Hey, we're back with Aggressive Inline with Synthetic and Blank Tester. This is returning to the movie lot. We got the key in Boardwalk, so again, things are a little out of order, but after this, we'll be jumping forward to the Cannery, and then it'll be level 5, 6, 7, there on up until the end as well.
How good is this level? Scale of 1 to 10. I mean, when we come back.
When we come back, it's sort of a small addition. I consider Movie Lot, or at least the original part of Movie Lot, one of the, I guess almost one of the bigger levels, or at least it seemed bigger. And in the Civic Center, Return to Civic Center, basically when we started going back and unlocking the previous areas of levels, I said that like big levels get big additions, small levels get smaller additions. I don't know, you could judge for yourself, but I think like the addition to Movie Lot is small. It's kind of just one room. But before we go into the Movie Lot, I figured I'd get the yellow juice boxes, because in all the other levels I've gotten all the juice boxes, because in later levels they become a whole lot easier to get. Like the juice boxes in the Movie Lot are some of the hardest ones to get, or at least the yellow ones. And then later on, like you saw in Cannery, I jumped up to a regular ledge, and along with regular green and purple ones, there was the yellow one right there. Airfield, you just jumped up a quarter pipe and got it, but the yellow ones in Movie Lot, they're a little more hidden.
That seems kind of difficult for an opening stage. Well, I guess you come back to levels, so it's not really an opening stage.
Yeah, there are some challenges where it's like, if it's super hard to do your first time around and you're gonna come back a second time, just come back the second time. If you just want to play the 7 levels and then be done with the game, okay. It was probably only $5, $6 for you. It was that for me. But the second juice box requires kind of a weird grind to get, where you sort of either have to know the rail is there and make kind of a blind jump off of it. And I'm going to blame the camera that time. In the Civic Center,
that looked really confusing.
Again, I like to set this up by going to the farthest, I guess, support and just going straight out. But from this rail, you gotta go and grind the set, and there is the...
That is weird. That is really weird.
Huh. So I think there's only one yellow juice box left, and it's in the museum. I think the yellow one there is only in its extra area, but this is what we unlock. We go into the haunted house, and it's like a mad scientist type lab.
That's cool. That's cool. I feel like this movie lot is more horror themed than I was expecting. From the what? Why is he in character? Also, that head is huge. I don't think I would believe that in a movie at all. I wouldn't be able to suspend my disbelief and say, hey, that could be a real something or other.
Well, I finally get to show off the special grind we got in Boardwalk that I kind of just putzed around with. It is good if you can get 2 or more of those into a combo. I mean, like, with these tougher, like, get X points in a minute or 2 challenges, you pretty much had to do them vert style, but once you get the 2 or 3, I don't know if there's 3, I think there's still one hidden trick I've yet to unlock, but there's another grind combo, and once you get those, grinding around and getting points becomes more feasible. And then challenge I'm doing here is get a 100,000 point combo with 3 wall rides, so why not just go back to wall ride heaven, basically. I don't know, I just glitched through the wall. It could have been worse.
I feel like that's the way you're supposed to get to the head up there. Like, you remember that's how we got the head up there?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, so how I did it and how the internet says to do it is the correct way?
Yeah, I mean, like the wall ride thing up there, but what you did in the first video was just back and forth instead of forward. Which, you said coming straight at the wall is a little bit easier to do a wall ride, so makes sense.
I just felt back then that I was sort of exploiting the game. It just didn't feel right, if you understand. It feels like if you were supposed to do it just like with a bunch of horizontal speed, then yeah, that would be more correct. But I don't know, it's kind of a small alcove and there's not really a lot of room there. Kind of like how I feel like that's totally not how the game wants you to get that key, to just wall ride and jump up into it. So this back area is kind of laid out in a weird way. One of the challenges was to wall ride the chalkboard, but you pretty much have to do that to do any of the other challenges, because the room is laid out where there's a ground floor and then there's one way to go further up to where like the small switches are and to where the big switch is once we get all the small switches, and the only way to do that is to jump, wall ride the chalkboard over onto that tube, onto this ledge, and then I'm going to demonstrate every way possible to mess, yeah, to fuck it up.
Did you do that? Are you demonstrating on purpose?
No, I just was bad. Like right there, I get so close and then I jump too early. But yeah, I've run out of ways to fuck up, so I get it the next time. But yeah, so you'll have to do this at least 3 or 4 times if you're going for all the challenges. And it's really the only way up. I think maybe if the room had another way up, or at least a little more bit of layout, that'd be nice.
Now, Igor, now! Lower my pride into the tank! Soon, Snookums! Soon!
If you're actually following this video as a guide, I do this first try, but it's really complicated to get to the big switch. The big switch is at the top of the movie lot, and there's basically a whole bunch of grinds to get up there. And also, it depends on whether this woman is a prop or an actual person. But all I'm going to say is she's going to drop into a tub of bubbling green stuff and she's not going to come out. So did we just assist in a murder?
Short answer, yes.
Short answer, can you please stop chewing that popcorn into the microphone?
Long answer, also yes. But with style. I don't know. I think that was definitely a murder.
Yeah, after that, I don't think we can come back. I don't think there's any reason to. I just want to get away from this.
I mean, until now, everything you've been doing has been pretty much
innocent fun.
I wouldn't say innocent. One could argue yes, fun. But I would say until now, everything you've been doing has been, if anybody died, manslaughter. But that was definitely murder. That was 100% murder. Guilty.
Maybe we got a little too aggressive in this aggressive inline. I don't know. Started out all nice. What have we become? We've become the monster.
The monster in the lab.
Yeah. Join us next time in this sorrow, heart-wrenching version of aggressive inline.
Join us next time in our LP of Monsters, Inc.